The birth of Killer Miller. Every cricket generation produces players who entertain fans with elegant cover drives, graceful footwork, or magical bowling spells. But every once in a while, the game introduces someone different. Someone who can change the course of a match in just a few overs. A player who thrives under pressure and turns impossible situations into unforgettable victories. That player is David Miller. Known around the world as Killer Miller, David Miller became one of cricket's most destructive finishers. His fearless batting, incredible power, calm temperament, and ability to deliver in high-pressure moments made him one of South Africa's greatest white ball cricketers. But long before packed stadiums echoed with his name, David Miller was simply a young boy chasing a dream in South Africa. This is not just the David Andrew Miller was born on June 10, 1989, in Pietermaritzburg, KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa. Unlike many children who discover cricket by chance, David was born into a family that loved sports. His father, Andrew Miller, understood the importance of discipline, practice, and hard work. Instead of forcing his son toward success, he encouraged David to enjoy the game while constantly improving. From a very young age, David displayed remarkable athletic ability. Whether he was batting in the backyard, fielding with friends, or competing at school, one thing became obvious. He hated losing. Winning wasn't simply an ambition. He enjoyed hitting the ball harder than anyone else. His timing, power, and confidence separated him from other players of his age. Even during school cricket, spectators would gather simply to watch him bat. They knew something exciting was about to happen. Yet his coaches also understood that raw talent alone wasn't enough. David spent countless hours practicing his batting technique. Morning training, afternoon practice, weekend matches, fitness sessions. Every day became another opportunity to become stronger. One lesson his father constantly repeated stayed with him throughout life. When pressure arrives, stay calm. Those simple words would eventually define David Miller's entire international career. As he progressed through age group cricket, David represented KwaZulu-Natal at various youth tournaments. Every season brought tougher competition. Every match tested his temperament. Yet he continued scoring runs consistently. His aggressive batting style frightened. His powerful left-handed batting made him stand out. His excellent fielding added even more value. Most importantly, he possessed tremendous self-belief. He never appeared nervous. Whether facing an average bowler or the fastest pacer in the tournament, David looked equally confident. After graduating from school cricket, the next challenge awaited him: professional domestic cricket. Representing the Dolphins franchise, David entered an environment filled with experienced international players. Young cricketers often struggle during this transition. The bowling becomes faster, the pressure increases, mistakes become costly. But David embraced the challenge. Although his early domestic career included both success and disappointment, he continued learning. Every failure became another lesson. Instead of losing confidence after poor performances, he returned to practice with even greater determination. His teammates admired his fearless mindset. Coaches praised his willingness. Towering sixes over mid-wicket, brutal pull shots, elegant cover drives. He possessed every shot required in modern cricket. But perhaps his greatest strength wasn't physical. It was mental. David refused to panic. Whether his team needed 50 runs from 20 balls or 100 runs from 10 overs, he believed victory remained possible. That confidence spread throughout the dressing room. Eventually, South Africa's national selectors could no longer ignore his performances. The country needed explosive middle-order batsmen capable of winning matches under pressure. David Miller fit that role perfectly. When news arrived that he had earned selection for the South African national team, years of sacrifice suddenly became worthwhile.
The young boy from Pietermaritzburg, who once dreamed of wearing the Proteas jersey, had finally achieved his goal. Standing alongside some of South Africa's greatest cricketers, David understood one important truth. Reaching international cricket was only the beginning. Staying there would require even greater commitment. His debut introduced him to the world's best bowlers. Every opponent tested his courage. Every innings became an examination of his temperament. Like many young international players, David experienced early struggles. Runs didn't always come easily. Criticism quickly followed. Some questioned whether he truly belonged at the highest level. But David refused to listen. He trusted the process. He trusted his preparation. Most importantly, he trusted himself. He knew opportunities in international cricket were precious. The next chance could change everything.
Little did anyone know that within a few years, David Miller would produce one of the greatest innings in one-day international history, become one of the most feared finishers in world cricket, dominate franchise leagues across the globe, and earn the nickname that would follow him forever: Killer Miller. His extraordinary journey was only just beginning. The world had not yet witnessed the fearless finisher who would smash impossible targets, silence packed stadiums, and prove that no match was ever truly over while David Miller remained at the crease. The rise of Killer Miller. Earning a place in South Africa's national team was a dream fulfilled, but staying there was an entirely different challenge. International cricket is ruthless. Every match is watched by millions. Every failure is discussed by experts, and every mistake becomes tomorrow's headline. For a young batsman like David Miller, there was no guarantee that talent alone would be enough. His early international career was filled with ups and downs. There were moments when he looked unstoppable, followed by matches where runs refused to come. Critics questioned whether he had the consistency required for international cricket. Some believed he was only a powerful hitter without the temperament needed at the highest level. David heard the criticism, but instead of responding with words, he chose to answer with his bat. He continued working harder than ever before. Hours were spent improving his batting against spin. Fitness sessions became more demanding. Fielding drills became longer.
His coaches admired his commitment because David understood one important truth: success isn't built during matches, it is built during practice. Gradually, opportunities began to arrive. South Africa started trusting him as a middle-order finisher. This role came with enormous responsibility. Often, David walked onto the field when his team was under pressure. Sometimes wickets had fallen quickly. Sometimes the required run rate was climbing. Sometimes only a miracle could save the match. These were the situations David Miller loved most. Pressure didn't frighten him, it motivated him. His fearless approach soon earned the respect of teammates. Unlike many batsmen who became nervous during difficult run chases, David remained calm. He believed every match could still be won. That belief would soon create one of the greatest moments of his career. In 2013,